Today, we will start a new movie called The Devourer Has Awakened. The story begins with an archaeological team, led by Dr. Emily Carter, exploring an ancient temple deep within a forest. They discover a massive sarcophagus adorned with symbols warning of a great evil. Despite warnings from Professor David Lee, Emily insists on opening the sarcophagus, unleashing a towering monster with obsidian black skin, glowing red cracks resembling molten lava across its body, and eyes burning like twin flames. The creature attacks, killing several team members and destroying much of the temple. The survivors, including Agent Michaels, split into two groups, one led by Michaels to distract the beast, while Emily and research for a sacred weapon, an ancient spear, capable of destroying it. During their quest, they navigate deadly traps and uncover a revelation. Emily is a descendant of the ancient civilization that sealed the monster, making her the only one able to wield the spear. In the climactic battle, David sacrifices himself to protect Emily, allowing her to finally vanquish the creature. The film ends with the survivors standing amidst the ruins, reflecting on the devastation and honoring those they lost.
The sun filters through the thick canopy, casting patches of white on the ground. The air is heavy with humidity, and the strange calls of birds and insects echo all around. The archaeological team, led by Dr. Emily Carter, struggles through the undergrowth, their footsteps crunching on dry leaves and twigs. Emily, a young woman with fiery red hair and deep blue eyes, pauses to check the map, her voice filled with determination. "All right, everyone, we're almost there. The temple is just beyond this hill." Professor David Lee, a silver-haired man in his 50s, wiped sweat from his brow with a handkerchief, his voice low and cautious. "I hope this was worth it, Emily. The stories about this place are terrifying." Emily smiles, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "That's exactly why we're here, David. To uncover the truth behind those stories." They continue their journey, crossing small streams and thorny bushes. A team member, Tom, a perpetually optimistic young man, tries to lighten the mood. "At least we haven't run into any venomous snakes, right?" But as soon as he finishes speaking, a large snake slithers past, startling everyone. Screams erupt. They laugh, easing the tension, but the atmosphere remains heavy. After a few hours, they reach a clearing where the ancient temple stands, its stone walls covered in vines and moss. Two giant guardian statues flank the entrance, their faces contorted in what seems like agony or rage. "Emily, wow, it's even more magnificent than I imagined." Agent Michaels, a composed man in his 30s with a military demeanor, looks around suspiciously, his hand resting on the pistol at his side. "We need to be careful. This place could be booby-trapped or have other dangers." They enter the temple, their torchlight piercing the darkness, revealing corridors and chambers adorned with intricate carvings. The wind whistles through cracks in the stone, creating eerie whispers, as if the temple itself is murmuring. They venture deeper, the torchlight illuminating walls depicting battles and rituals. Emily stops, pointing at a mural. "Look, David, these people seem to be sealing away a giant creature." David nods, his voice uneasy. "Indeed, and here's the warning. The destroyer will return if disturbed." "Emily, I don't like this." Emily shakes her head, her voice resolute. "We can't stop now. This is our chance to understand the civilization better." They discover a hidden chamber, its entrance concealed behind a false wall. Inside lies a massive sarcophagus, adorned with gold and jewels, but covered in ominous symbols. "Emily, this must be it. The resting place of the ancient evil." "David, Emily, the inscriptions here are warnings. They say, 'Do not disturb the slumber of the destroyer.' Emily, but think of what we could learn. David, this could be a breakthrough. David, it's too dangerous. We should leave it alone." Michaels interjects, his tone serious. "I agree with David. We don't know the consequences." Emily, her eyes determined, replies, "No, I'm opening it. This is our only chance." She approaches the sarcophagus, and with the help of Tom and another team member, Sarah, they push the lid open. A creaking sound echoes as if the temple itself is protesting. As the lid opens, a dark vortex appears, sucking in all the light. A deep rumbling fills the air. From the vortex emerges a towering creature, its skin black as obsidian, with glowing red cracks resembling molten lava. Its eyes burn like twin flames, and its roar shakes the temple. They venture deeper, the torchlight illuminating walls depicting battles and rituals. Emily stops, pointing at a mural. "Look, David. These people seem to be sealing away a giant creature." David nods, his voice uneasy. "Indeed, and here's the warning. The destroyer will return if disturbed." "Emily, I don't like this." Emily shakes her head, her voice resolute. "We can't stop now. This is our chance to understand the civilization better." They discover a hidden chamber, its entrance concealed behind a false wall. Inside lies a massive sarcophagus, adorned with gold and jewels, but covered in ominous symbols. "Emily, this must be it. The resting place of the ancient evil." "David, Emily, the inscriptions here are warnings. They say, 'Do not disturb the slumber of the destroyer.' Emily, but think of what we could learn. David, this could be a breakthrough. David, it's too dangerous. We should leave it alone." Michaels interjects, his tone serious. "I agree with David. We don't know the consequences." Emily, her eyes determined, replies, "No, I'm opening it. This is our only chance." She approaches the sarcophagus, and with the help of Tom and another team member, Sarah, they push the lid open. A creaking sound echoes as if the temple itself is protesting. As the lid opens, a dark vortex appears, sucking in all the light. A deep rumbling fills the air. From the vortex emerges a towering creature, its skin black as obsidian, with glowing red cracks resembling molten lava. Its eyes burn like twin flames, and its roar shakes the temple. The ground trembles with each step it takes. Thick fog envelopes the area, and distant screams echo, as if the souls of past victims are crying out. The creature swings its massive claws, attacking the group. Tom is struck, his body flung across the room. Sarah tries to run, but is crushed under the creature's foot. Emily, David, and Michaels manage to escape the chamber, but the temple begins to collapse around them. Emily, panting, "What have I done?" David, his voice anxious, "We need to find a way to stop it." Michaels, gripping his gun, "According to the legends, there's a sacred weapon that can destroy this creature." Emily, "Yes, I remember reading about a spear made of rare metal, forged by ancient kings to vanquish the destroyer." David, "But where is it?" Michaels, "We need to split up. Some of us will distract the creature while the others search for the weapon." Emily, "I'll go with David to find the spear. You lead the others to keep the creature occupied." Michaels, "All right, but be careful. It won't stop." Emily and David return to the temple, navigating dusty, crumbling hallways. The ground continues to shake. They face a rickety bridge over a pit of spikes, the wood creaking beneath their feet. Emily, "This is too dangerous." "I don't know if we can make it." David, "We have to keep going. The spear is our only hope." They cross the bridge, step by step, and enter a room filled with poison darts triggered by a stone pedestal. They dodge the darts, relieved to be unharmed. They find a chamber with ancient inscriptions on the walls, the torchlight revealing faintly glowing text. David, "Look at this. It says only a descendant of the ancient kings can wield the spear." Emily, "Wait, my family has roots in this region. Could I be a descendant?" David, "Possibly. Your grandfather was from here, right?" Emily, "Yes, he was part of the last tribe to live near here. Maybe that's why I feel connected to this place." They search the chamber and find a hidden panel behind a statue. David opens it, revealing a spear made of a strange, shimmering metal. Emily takes it, and it seems to hum with power in her hands. Emily, "It feels right." David, "Good. Now we need to get back to the others." Meanwhile, Michaels and his team are fighting smaller creatures, minions of the main monster, with sharp teeth and claws. They use explosives and fire to hold them off, but the creatures keep coming. One team member, Anna, is caught between two creatures and brutally attacked. Michael shouts, "We're losing people too fast. We need to buy more time for Emily and David." They set up a defensive perimeter with landmines. The mean creature approaches, its footsteps shaking the ground. Michael's orders, "Fall back. Fall back." The team retreats, trying to lure the creature away from the temple entrance, but another member, Mark, is struck by the monster, his bones cracking. Emily and David return to the main chamber where the creature is. The creature sees them and charges, its eyes locked on Emily. David steps in front of Emily to protect her. Emily, use the spear. The creature slashes at David, its claws tearing through his chest. He collapses, blood pooling around him. Emily runs to him, tears streaming down her face. "David, no. You can't die." "David, weakly. Emily, I'm proud of you. You did it." He closes his eyes and Emily holds him, sobbing. She stands up, gripping the spear, her eyes filled with determination. The creature breathes fire at her, but she dodges and charges, plunging the spear into its chest, aiming for a glowing crack. The creature staggers, then collapses, its body disintegrating into dust. The temple continues to collapse, and Emily runs out just as the entire structure crumbles. The survivors gather outside the temple, their faces etched with grief and exhaustion. Michaels, breathing heavily, says, "We lost good people today." Emily, her voice choked, "I'm sorry, everyone." "This is my fault." Michaels places a hand on her shoulder, comforting her. "No, Emily. We all knew the risks. You did what you thought was best, and in the end, you saved us all." Government troops arrive in helicopters, securing the area. Michael says, "It's time to go." Emily looks back at the ruins, whispering a farewell to David. "I hope we've learned a lesson about disturbing the past." As they board the helicopter and fly away, the temple collapses completely, burying its secrets forever. Emily gazes out the window, her eyes distant, reflecting on the value of scientific curiosity and her legacy.